We're also very excited to have Jay from ACC Agricultural Credit Corporation to join us to talk about the loan program. So they're a nonprofit agency that works with the government to provide loans to up to $1 million for farmers, and the first $250,000 is interest free. So we're very lucky and to have Jay.
Cool. Well, thank you very much, and appreciate the opportunity that Nurture Growth has provided, and we appreciate. I actually appreciated the presentation, Dr. Ankita, because my background is in agriculture, and I'm a professional agronomist. So it's really interesting to hear some of the updates and some of the information you provided on sustainable agriculture and nitrogen or available nitrogen. So I appreciate those comments very much. So thanks, Lee. So a little bit about myself. I'm Jaye Atkins. I'm the Chief Executive Officer of Agricultural Credit Corporation. ACC, it's also known as, has been around since 1992. So we're getting into about 30 years in business, something along that line. Um, what we do is we administer programs for the provincial and the federal government. And one of the things is we see interest rates going up and banks becoming what I will call a little more conservative in their outlook in regards to lending. Our program is growing exponentially due to those facts. So today I'm just going to take about 15 minutes. I'm going to cover off who we are and the Advanced Payments Program, which is a federal government program for farmers. What products are eligible, what you can expect to save, and just a little bit of additional information. So what we are is we are a not-for-profit organization that helps producers by administering cash programs. Um, we we like I say, we've been around since 1992. And the programs that we offer are both from the provincial government, Minister of Agriculture, and the federal government, Ministry of Agriculture. And so we issue funds to producers for operating loans. The funds are all at prime rate or less, and I'll get into that in just a moment. But what the program does is it allows producers and ranchers to spread the marketing of their crops and not have to pay the bank back until such or us back until such time as the crop is sold. Historically, the banks like to see crop loans paid off by December, March at the latest. And as we get into products such as corn and beans and those crops that are potatoes, those crops that are storable, it doesn't really work for producers. So this program was developed to allow producers a longer period of time to market their crops and base sales decisions on optimum market conditions rather than when they had to pay their bank back. We are made up of a number of member organizations across Canada. We operate in Ontario, Quebec, Saskatchewan, Alberta, and British Columbia today. And again, if there's about 197,000 commercial farms in Canada, and if you add up our member organizations and the members that they have, it works out to about 150,000. So we have pretty good clout when it comes to speaking with governments or ministries because we do have a large membership. The program that we use the most is called the Advanced Payments Program. And under that program, you can borrow up to $1 million. And the nice part about the program is the government pays the interest on the first 250,000. So the first 250,000 costs you nothing in interest. And if you want to and qualify for more, anything over 250,000 and up to $1 million is at the prime rate based on Nova Scotia's prime rate of the day, which is around 4.95% today. So you can borrow up to $1 million. It's going to cost you less than 5%. And again, the first 250,000 is interest free. and the government pays for that interest. What we do is we lend up to 50% of the market value of the commodity. So, for example, and I will use ginseng for example, if ginseng is expected to be $22 a pound, we will lend up to 11. Or if corn is at $4 a bushel, we will lend up to 2. And that usually gets the producer up until just about harvest time with their crop inputs. The repayment terms on it is to pay us back within 18 months or within or when you sell your commodity, whichever comes first. The 18 months allows a lot of people to store their crops and to again sell those crops when market conditions are more preferable. It's a government program. It's put out by Agriculture and Agri-Food Canada. And today there's about 35,000 farmers across Canada that use the program. In terms of savings on the program with the interest-free portion and with the remainder at prime, we've just kind of done this little chart up. So if you're borrowing just the $250,000 and you're currently paying prime plus 2 or prime plus 3, there's about a $20,000 savings in interest that you can recoup. If you're borrowing more than that and you're borrowing up to $1 million and paying prime plus 2 or 3 at the bank, there's a savings between $30,000 and $40,000 in interest that can be recouped by yourself. What we covered. So today, ACC covers about 4,500 different products, everything from grains and oilseeds to horticultural field crops, livestock, greenhouse vegetables, cut flowers and potted plants, nursery products, Christmas trees, forage, biomass, maple syrup, honey, hemp, tobacco, ginseng. Certainly, all the tree fruits, apples, cherries, um, peaches, all of those are all covered. So pretty much every commodity that we grow in Ontario is qualified under this program to obtain funds. There's been a lot of changes in the program in the last 10 years. Um, the program historically, 10 years ago, was basically run like many typical government programs in that there was lots of paperwork and it was slow. And so one of the things we looked at doing was revamping our entire process in order to improve that. So back in 2012, we had about 56 different applications that no one could figure out which one we were supposed to use. Today we have three. The application was about 52 pages long. Today it's three. Our funding time back in 2012, so the time we got a loan application in and signed and the money funded was about 52 days, 54 days. Today it's less than 14. We're down to from the time we get a signed application in to the time the amount is funded. Actually, today is about 8 days. So it's done very quickly. We have fully functional online statements, so a producer can log into our portal on our website and find out exactly what's owing at any time or what's been paid at any time. We offer now online payments, so no different than you could go on your cell phone and pay your Rogers bill or your hydro bill or anything else. You can go online today and make payments to us. No different, just set us up as a payee. Um, we had an old program that we used from about 1998 to 2018 or 19. We spent about $6 million to put in a new program called AgriLoan. It was a $5 or $6 million investment and allows us to punch loans out a lot quicker and provide a lot better information now than we ever have been able to. We've got on here customer service level. We get more compliments from our customer service team than we do anything else that our organization does. We have a satisfaction rating of 4.85 out of 5 on the web. And like I say, we try to work closely with the farmers. We understand, there's good times, there's bad times, there's good years, there's bad years. And as well as the timing of the loan application, we try to do that early in the or late in the winter. Usually in January, February, we're starting to fill loans out for the program year that starts April the 1st. The fine print of the whole thing, there's an application fee. Whether you borrow $5,000 or $10,000 or $1 million, there is a $1,000 application fee, which is paid at the time the loan is approved and funded. The way we do that is if you borrow 250,000 from us interest free, we're going to send you 249,000. So we hold back the application fee of $1,000 on all of our fundings so that you don't have to write a check or you don't have to submit payment to us. It's done automatically. There's no upfront costs. There's no hidden costs. Um, so long as the loan never goes into default, there is no other cost. So it's the $1,000 fee to get up to $1 million is very reasonable. If you're going to financial institutions, you can compare it to what you currently are paying for a annual loan review. Um, what we need from you is very simple. We need a proof of Canadian citizenship. Sometimes we will ask for a previous year's financial statement, and that's only sometimes. If you are a corporation or a co-op, we will ask for corporate documents if applicable, which usually include your articles of incorporation or your shareholder registry. And in order to qualify for these loans, you must carry either production insurance or agri-stability or have the crop harvested and be in inventory. Um, uh, those three things, one of those three things are required in order to qualify for the loan. The application process, we know producers and ranchers are getting tired of filling out paperwork. So what we do is we complete an application over the phone. We time this. It takes about 15 to 20 minutes to complete an application. Applications are made available prior to program date. So April 1st is really the start of the program for us. And but we do fill out applications in December and January, February, March, so that on April 1st, the money is able to be funded that day and we can get it out to you as quick as possible. For a person who is currently or has used the program before, a renewal of the program now takes about 6 minutes over the phone. We'll complete the renewal with you and send it to you electronically in order to put electronic signature on it and send it back. And basically, you're done for the year. So it's very quick. It's very easy. And we get a lot of producers who come back year after year and love the fact that it's a 5 minute phone call. If your bank currently has security on your crops or inventory, we work with the banks. We don't force you to. We work with the banks to get a priority agreement on the production insurance or on the agri-stability or on the inventory, one of those, in order that you don't have to deal with the banks on that. And we are always successful in getting that. As I said, the application fee is $1,000. Everything is done electronically. We're a paperless organization. Um, we don't have files. Everything is electronic. So we do the application electronically. We do the fund transfer to you electronically, and you're encouraged to make payments to us electronically. Um, we used to have to do credit checks. We no longer do those on people. And again, as I mentioned earlier, producers can repay their loans online just like they do their utilities or their cell phone bill. There's lots of ways to connect to us through X or through Facebook, through our own website, through LinkedIn, just Twitter, Instagram. There's just lots of ways to connect with us. We have people who are on the phones willing to talk to producers and ranchers from 7:30 in the morning until 7:30 in the evening. So we're on about 12 hours with our call center, and this allows for the different time zones across Canada. So the process is very easy. We encourage farmers to take it. Certainly during the current times, um, the banks we're finding right now are a little bit more conservative than they have been historically. And our second largest referral source for business is banks telling their producers to call us. And um, and we work with all of the banks and Farm Credit Corporation to try to provide the best service possible to their customers and eventually our customers. And and like I say, we have a number of producers who use the program consistently. Our returns are extremely high. We have about a 95% return in our customers, so they're extremely loyal once they get on the program and want to use the program. And and again, as interest rates float up and down and probably back up again, the program starts to become um lot more interesting and a lot more beneficial to producers. A year ago, when we saw interest rates starting to climb, the numbers I showed you earlier of saving 30 or $40,000, people were saving 60 or $70,000. So that money might as well be in the arms of or in the pockets of the producers and the ranchers than in the bank's coffers. So again, we are a not-for-profit organization. We're not doing it for the money. Uh, we we try to get funds out as quickly as possible, and we encourage producers to give us a shout, give us a call. It's 1-800 number, and we'd be happy to speak to all of you. So, any questions? Well, if you do have any questions, feel free to give us a call. Feel free to give me a call. My cell phone number is 519-504-2888, and we'd be happy to talk to you. And again, thank you, Lee, and thank you to Nurture Growth for the opportunity. We appreciate that very much. We like getting out in front of producers and those associated with agriculture, including yourselves, and talking about our program. So thank you.
Well, thank you very much, Jay, for joining us today and sharing, the program. I think that it's so important that we share, knowledge and we share information that can help farmers.